What's going on, guys? So today I'm doing a video about fresh breath, but more specifically about these Listerine Ready Tabs. I saw these advertised somewhere and I really wanted to try them. So how these work is it's a tablet, a dry tablet that you chew up and it turns into mouthwash that you're allowed to swallow. So that seemed really intriguing to me. I really want to try them, got a pack. And here we go. I'm just going to talk about it and give you my experience with breath freshening items throughout my lifetime. So why would you want fresh breath? Well, it's not really for yourself. Maybe you have that weird stale feeling in your mouth, so you just want to have some gum or mint or something like that. But for the most part, just like cologne and perfume, it's for other people to enjoy. So we're less offensive, stinky human beings, really. So even if you're not trying to date and find your perfect someone, even if you're not married like me and trying to keep your perfect someone, if you talk with other human beings, you probably don't want horrible breath, right? So there's obviously a huge market for breath freshening items. I will tell you, when those tabs, and I forget who makes them, probably Listerine too, I don't even know, but those little tabs are like they look like little pieces of tape. You put them on your tongue, they dissolve. Those are the most potent breath thing I've ever used in my life. And actually, I think I did a story time video talking about those because way back in the day, I worked at a pharmacy and I got a display of those before they came out, and I ended up selling them to everyone in my high school because no one knew. It was like magic. No one ever seen these things before. It was literally a tab that melted, dissolved in your mouth. That was like brand new, science back in the day. So those are probably the most effective, but they literally would burn my tongue. They were that strong, of like menthol. I've always been a fan of Altoids. Altoids are good because they're strong. Because I draw a line in the sand. Half of the stuff that's supposed to make your breath smell better is candy. Tic Tacs are in that category for me. Tic Tacs and pretty much all gum is just candy to me. And like a couple minutes after you chew it, eat it, whatever, your breath is back to whatever it was before. Things like this are actually, freshening your breath. All right, because you can see that there's one missing here. I did try this already. But yeah, I have some stuff to say. So before I get into these, I want to talk about gum. Gum is also in that list. This is probably the worst example of gum that does not freshen your breath. This is also candy. Fruit stripe gum is just a blast in the past from my childhood. If you never had this, you're definitely missing out. Things like Big Red, Juicy Fruit used to be my favorite gum. Juicy Fruit is not a breath freshening gum. It is simply candy you chew and then spit out. Or swallow, I guess, if you're weird. So, yeah, gum never did it for me. It was just something to chew on instead of food. That's how I see gum. Things like Tic Tacs and a lot of different mints that are on the market. Again, it's like just a flavor in your mouth for a while, but it doesn't freshen your breath. It's just bad breath plus a little bit of whatever that flavor was. Mints that I really like, these. I happen to really like these. Mentos mints. Actual Mentos as well, the larger ones. Definitely candy, a little bit more of that, breath freshening power, but these happen to work really well for actually making your breath smell good. That's the purpose here, right? Anyway, so let's get back to these. So first off, the packaging, horrible. I don't like this packaging whatsoever. It's huge, cumbersome. There's like a little window you open up here. It's got instructions. Yeah, chew, swish, swallow. I mean, I don't know why they need the actual visuals and stuff like that. Well, they give you specific instructions. You have to chew for 10 seconds, swish for 30 seconds, then swallow and go. Go right away. Quick before it wears off. I just don't like the package is too big to keep in your pocket. I mean, I happen to be a gear person. You guys know I carry like 3 pounds of random stuff all the time. So why would I be worried about something extra that weighs nothing? It's just too big for the average person. I would like to see a much smaller container for these. The only thing with this is that these obviously cannot be exposed to water because they break down. So let me pop one of these out, take a look at it. And since I had one, I can tell you what the experience is before I actually pop this back in my mouth. But essentially all this is like a compressed powder, and when you chew it, you're breaking up that powder and it mixes with your saliva, and because you have that in your mouth, you generate more saliva, makes it wetter and juicier, and you have this like concoction of liquid, because this is completely broken down after the 30 seconds of chewing. You swish around, and then obviously you're able to swallow it, as opposed to traditional mouthwash, which has alcohol in it. You're supposed to spit it out. So yeah, I mean, it's an interesting concept. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna chew it for 10 seconds. I'm gonna count in my head. You can awkwardly stare at me while I'm chewing and then awkwardly watch me as I swish around. You're gonna hear it swish around, and then I'm gonna swallow it, and I'm gonna tell you what I think. So here we go. See, it's breaking down. That was probably unnecessary. Right now it's all liquid. Gulp, and it's gone. So first off, it's very strong. There's a lot of, I'm assuming menthol, right? Mint. Let's see the package here. By the way, made by Johnson & Johnson. A bunch of stuff that you guys can read. I thought menthol was the actual mint part of it, but I don't see it on here. That's the ingredients. Bunch of chemicals. So, it works. It really does work. The advantage to these that I really like is you're able to actually swish it around your mouth. It gets in your gums, all around your teeth. It coats your tongue. A lot of bad breath comes off of, like, you know, your tongue as well. So the advantage that this has over, you know, gum and mints and stuff is it's not reaching every part of your mouth traditionally. With this, it is. Because it's turning to a liquid, you get the same effect as actually, you know, swishing something around your mouth. And then instead of spitting it out, which is inconvenient when you're on the go, if you're in the car, you're about to walk into a business meeting, or hey, you got it in your pocket, you're on a date or something, you know, I could just, you know, take a quick swig of some Listerine and spit it out somewhere. The fact you're able to swallow it is a bonus, okay? Not only that, it's coating your throat and everything, it's lasting a little bit longer. It's a little weird because, you know, when you're swishing something around, especially something minty, you're you know, prone to wanting to spit it out, but I guess you could if you really want to. If you're in a bathroom or a private area, you can go ahead and spit it out. I like it. I will say, though, it's expensive. $4.29 for 8 of these. All right, it's like 50 cents a piece, a little over 50 cents a piece, something like that. I think it's worth it for 50 cents as opposed to buying a pack of gum that you're going to chew and the flavor, you know, is going to dissipate quickly and your breath is not going to be fresh. I can tell you when I eat this, like right now, my mouth is just screaming mint. It's actually effective. It's actually strong enough where I'm projecting that mint flavor, okay, that scent. So it's covering up any kind of bad breath I would have had. Now, obviously, this doesn't replace brushing your teeth. You should, you know, maintain your dental hygiene as best as possible. It's not always convenient. It's not always enjoyable, but it's just one of those things being hygienic. Regardless of whether you brush your teeth or not, I do think this is a good idea. If you're about to engage in some kind of a communication process with another human you care about, you should probably have some decent breath. It doesn't have to smell amazing like mint, but it certainly shouldn't smell like a bathroom. So, yeah, I know this is kind of a random video, but I was so interested when I saw these things, I had to try them out for myself. And now that I did, honestly, I like them. I just don't like the package. I thought about popping these all out and putting it in a different container, but then I'm realizing that even if it gets humid, they're probably going to clump together or fall apart because there's this weird reaction with, you know, any kind of liquid or anything. So I guess I'm stuck with this container. I'll probably just leave it in the car as opposed to having it in my pocket and stuff. But very, very effective. Really does work. To me, worth the 50 cents, you know, per tablet. Kind of cool. Kind of cool and different. So yeah, let me know down in the comments. Number one, do you often use products like this? Because there's a lot of people out there that don't have gum and mints and stuff, and they brush their teeth and that's fine. That's all they need. They don't have, you know, a problem with bad breath. And there's other people who constantly chew gum for one reason or another, constantly having mints, not only because they enjoy it, but also for the fresh breath. It's kind of like everything else, cologne, necklaces, glasses. I mean, some people do it, some people don't. So I'm just curious. Let me know down in the comments, do you carry some form of, you know, breath freshening agent with you? And if you do, what's your preferred method? Like I said, Altoids for many, many years. Back in the day, I used to use the Banaka spray. That dates me. That's definitely an early 90s thing. Every kid had a bottle of Banaka, and I think I told this in a story time as well, but the pharmacy we used to go to buy it, they called the police on us because we were buying so much of it, they thought we were huffing it. We were not. We were not only freshening our breath, but we were also making little fireballs because we were young little pyromaniacs. Anyway, that is it for now. Just wanted to do this random video on these new mints that came out. I really do like it. I like it a lot. It's not something I'm going to buy all the time, but every now and again, if I have some kind of event I'm going to, a birthday party or something, an extra special moment where I just want to make sure I have nice breath. That's my preferred method now. I really do like these. They're pretty interesting. So that's all. Give me your feedback down in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me through the awkward chewing and swishing and swallowing phase of this video. Much appreciated. And I probably didn't last the full 10 seconds of chewing and 30 seconds of swishing. Don't think it's necessary. Once it breaks down a liquid, swish, swish, swallow, you're done. Or spit, whatever you prefer. And that's it. It works though. It works very well. So right now I have minty fresh breath. So hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow with another video. Take care.